Did you know that the humble banana, that golden crescent found in every kitchen, once held the power to topple governments, ignite revolutions, and nearly plunge continents into chaos? Today, we peel back the layers of history to reveal a tale of ambition, betrayal, and the fruit that almost started World War III. The banana's journey from plant to geopolitical weapon is one of the most absurd stories in modern history. In the waning days of the 19th century, as the Spanish Empire's grip on the New World faded, a new power emerged. One not of kings and crowns, but of corporations and commerce. But behind the glossy advertisements and smiling fruit vendors, a darker reality festered. The United Fruit Company was not just a business. It was a shadow government. It dictated land laws, bribed officials, and even maintained its own private security forces. If a local leader dared oppose them, he'd find himself out of office, or worse, out of the country, before the next harvest. The story of the banana is the story of a corporation more powerful than a country. Our story begins with two men, Lorenzo Dow Baker, a sea captain, and Minor C. Keith, a railroad entrepreneur. Baker brought bananas from Jamaica to New Jersey in 1870. People went wild for them. Keith, building a railroad in Costa Rica, planted bananas to feed workers, and discovered shipping bananas was even more profitable. In 1899, their empires merged to form the United Fruit Company. United Fruit was a mega corporation, the Google or Amazon of its day, but with governments, armies, and entire nations in its pocket. The company bought up huge swaths of land in Central America, often for pennies, thanks to deals with corrupt leaders. Their strategy? Control everything. Land, railroads, ports, ships, even the telegraph. From soil to supermarket, United Fruit owned it all. They paid almost no taxes and treated local governments as mere extensions of their business. If a leader resisted, United Fruit could bribe, threaten, or call in favors from Washington, D.C. This was a hostile takeover of entire nations. The company's power was unmatched, setting the stage for a century of conflict. All because the world wanted cheap, sweet bananas. United Fruit's grip on Central America was absolute. In Honduras, United Fruit owned more land than the government itself, and in Guatemala, it controlled the only railroad, the telegraph lines, and the largest port. The banana trade wasn't just business, it was domination. The seeds of empire had been planted, and the world would never be the same. United Fruit earned the nickname El Pulpo, the octopus, because its influence was everywhere. In countries like Honduras and Guatemala, it was the largest landowner, employer, and exporter. The company controlled infrastructure, politics, and even information. The octopus squeezed entire nations for profit. But how did a tropical fruit become the reason for coups, invasions, and bloodshed? To find the answer, we need to look straight at Washington, D.C. Where does the U.S. government fit in? Right at the center, including the Dulles brothers, one Secretary of State, the other CIA director. This cozy relationship sparked the Banana Wars, a series of U.S. military interventions in Central America and the Caribbean. The official reason? Protecting American interests. The real reason? Protecting United Fruit's profits. Enter Theodore Roosevelt, the bull moose himself, who declared that America must police the Western Hemisphere. The Marines overthrew governments in Nicaragua, Honduras, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. The infamous Dawson Agreement handed over the nation's finances to American agents, while U.S. Marines patrolled the streets of Managua. The message, don't cross American companies. Sovereignty was conditional on not interfering with corporate profits. The U.S. propped up dictators and crushed democracy, all for bananas. The Banana Wars weren't about freedom, they were about fruit. The U.S. military became the enforcer for corporate America. Central America's fate was decided in Washington boardrooms. The cost? Lost freedom, crushed hopes, and a region shaped by foreign power, all for a fruit. Why did the world's most popular snack become the root of so much bloodshed and betrayal? The banana business was so big, it nearly sparked global conflict. British and German warships prowled Caribbean waters, their governments eager to collect debts and protect their own investments. The U.S. saw this as a challenge to its Monroe Doctrine and responded with threats of its own. In 1902, a blockade of Venezuela nearly led to naval battles between the world's great powers, all over banana-related debt. U.S. feared that a single misstep could invite a new colonial scramble for the Americas. Roosevelt's doctrine was not just bluster, it was a line drawn in the sand, backed by gunboats and gold. The banana trade became a matter of national pride and global capitalism. The US used the threat of European intervention to justify its own. Latin America was told, behave, or we'll step in, because we can't let Europe get a foothold. The banana was now a player in global diplomacy. How far would men go to protect a banana empire? As it turns out, all the way to war. The US ousted President José Santos Zelaya of Nicaragua in 1909. After Zelaya's removal, the US supported the rise of Juan José Estrada, installed in 1910, and later Adolfo Diaz, who became president in 1911. The US then gained control over Nicaragua's railways, banks, and customs houses through financial agreements and military presence. That same year, American businessman Samuel Zemurray mirrored state tactics by bankrolling a coup in Honduras to secure corporate dominance, overthrowing Honduras's president in a matter of days to protect his business interests. When bribes failed, United Fruit used violence. In 1928 Colombia, thousands of banana workers went on strike for basic rights, demanding fair wages and humane conditions. The company, fearing Bolshevik influence, called in the Colombian army. What followed was the infamous Banana Massacre. Soldiers opened fire on unarmed workers, hundreds, maybe thousands died. The Banana Massacre sent a brutal message: don't challenge the octopus. These events, immortalized in literature, are stark reminders of the human cost of cheap bananas. People lost freedom, democracy, and lives for a fruit. The banana's history is written in blood. The massacre sent shockwaves through Latin America. Yet in Washington, the news barely made a ripple. Just a footnote in a report, a line in a cable. For the United Fruit Company, the show went on, the bananas kept shipping, and the world looked away. Banana Republic isn't just an insult, it's a term born from this history. Coined by O. Henry, who witnessed firsthand how a fruit company could rule a country. The term Banana Republic was coined not as a joke, but as a warning. A nation whose destiny is dictated by foreign fruit barons and distant financiers. Even today, the legacy lingers. In the archives of the United Fruit Company, now Chiquita, lie photographs, letters, and secret memos that tell of a century when a fruit was mightier than a flag. So next time you peel a banana, remember, you hold in your hand not just a snack, but a symbol of empire, intrigue, and the hidden wars waged in the name of commerce. The banana's journey from jungle to kitchen is a story of ambition, blood, and the unseen hands that shape our world. The banana is more than a fruit, it's a symbol. In the US and Europe, it's convenience in Central America. It's a legacy of exploitation. The same fruit that means breakfast here means lost sovereignty there. United Fruit is now Chiquita, but the legacy endures: instability, dependency, inequality. The story of the banana is a cautionary tale about power greed and the hidden cost of what we consume. We should ask where our products come from, and at what cost. Behind every banana is a story of power and lost freedom. What other secrets lie beneath the skin of everyday things? Subscribe, and together we'll uncover the untold stories that history tried to bury. The banana's history deserves to be told. If you love hidden history, like and subscribe to EraNest. Curious about did Rome reach ancient China or 6 ancient wonders that shaped knowledge? Click to follow my channel. Thanks for watching.